What's going on now, Ammonites? Yeah, on Ammonites, we're gonna break down the science and movie of Black Adam. You see, the movie Black Adam, we understand that Black Adam happened to be a atom that is melon. And when you talk about atom, you're talking about the atoms. You're talking about a molecule. You're talking about carbon. Because we know that black is melon and Adam is an original man. You see? Now as we get into the movie, you'll notice it starts off with this tri-formation. Remember in the movie the three-body problem, and even in that three-body problem it shows, even in the three-body problem it shows three circles. You see? Now why is they showing this circle of this tri-formation? It's the reason why it's starting off with this tri-formation. Because the message is coded for someone to identify with the symbolism and the signs. That's a flag. Identify with who this tri-formation is and whom it's pertaining to. Now let's go back a little bit, because it says before Rome, before Babylon, it says the first self-governing people on earth. And then as it carry on, it goes to the tri-pyramids, because this is important. The tri-pyramid is snatched down by the who? It was snatched down by the enemies of Kandar. It was the oppressors who snatched the black and white pyramid down. So that goes to shows you that this tri-pyramidal is for the people. You see, let's take a look. We're gonna mute the sound so you can see how the flag that represents for the people of this united group of people, self-governing, and how they work together, and how the oppressors took it down.
Yachten. Notice they showed ass above, so below they flip. Remember the similarities of Black Adam is also the similarities of Black Panther. Remember they was looking for vibranium. And now, inside of this earth is also inside of us all is this crystal. And it's going from a lineage of ancient Egyptian and ancient times that's hidden within. As they digging within the earth, because the earth represents who we are and what we are. You see? We represent that vibranium, this crystal. And this is why they digging for it, they mining for it. It's called within itself. Now the boy, see, the boy represents the hero. Instead of them fighting, unified, trying to bring them together, telling them stop fighting with each other to become one. And the crystal is important because this crystal represents a lot more than just a stone, but the crystal being held into the heaven. The crystal represents the Christ, the hero, the Christ within us all. And as in all things, when we reveal our secrets to the oppressor, they take the secrets and they try to kill you off and steal what is rightfully ours. Once again, they're going to hold that crystal in high regards. Boy said, I want to be free. He said, we need someone to be our hero. The boy tapping within. The host for his people. Because this boy is also, remember the boy also represents, stop people. Remember this boy also represents the movie Stargate. Remember in the movie Stargate and how, reiterating, going back, the three pyramids, and also the three that shows in Stargate. When they came down in threes. When they had them before the pharaonic alien god, they had them in threes. They had front, left, and right, that tri-formation, to identify with this central power, to identify that this boy here is also really a god, likened to the movie Stargate, and how that pharaoh, that prince, was really a divine extraterrestrial netter who came down. See, this boy a freedom fighter, a hero for the people. Boy take what is rightfully his, right? And he runs up and he's screaming freedom. This is important, because as the boy runs up, watch what he do. Right here. This is important because the boy is holding up this crystal. This crystal represents the crystal within us all, because the crystal represents the Christ. The crystals represent the crystal within the pineal. The boy is holding up this crystal, this pineal, to the heavens, to the realms, to the netter, to the gods of the universe. The boy is saying, I don't want to be enslaved no more. We need a freedom fighter. We need a hero for the people. And he's holding it up because it's interesting, because he's holding it up first. And it's being shown. This blue crystal represents also the blue rays. The crystal, as above, so below. You're going to notice that it's also going to show up top, right? It's going to show up top, and then watch as it go down below. To the people, as above, so below. Remember, they represent the tri-formation. It said in the beginning that center of power. They are identified with this boy who represents their hero, this tri-formation, the unification. They knew that his spark quick unite. You see the rainbow color shine on him to represent the seal. And they hold up the tri to identify with their central power and identify with this one. And they got a miracle. Look what happens. And here, and instantly, look what happens. This is important. He brought before the God, identified this crystal represents the crystal being the pineal. That blue crystal represents the crystal within your third eye and how it is connected to his third eye. This council of wizards, this council of extraterrestrial being, this council of netters had chosen this man, this little boy inside of the body to be a hero for the people. Now this is important because you would notice that open slit right between the boy left and right. It represents the phallus and the vajayjay, giving birth to this child and children of these star seeds. You see, the phallus is entering into the vajayjay. It's double talk, it's cold talk. But this council represent them enlightening him and open up his third eye. Look. What is that? This is important because the council of wizards, he stepped forth like in ancient Egyptian time on how the pharaoh stepped forth with their what? Their left foot. He's stepping forth with his left foot, like you see the pharaohs in ancient Egyptian time. You see, the lightning bolts represent the lightning of Lucifer. Remember, it says that Lucifer fell from heaven like a lightning bolt because this boy represents Lucifer. While all the symbols they could have picked a star, a rock, a moon, a pebble, anything. They chose this lightning because this lightning represents Lucifer. Remember, the Bible in Revelation, it says that Jesus is known as the bright and morning star. What is Lucifer? Lucifer is the morning star, the bright and morning star. This boy represents Lucifer, the council of the gods working with him, through him, from them, all in one. There we are. You see that area where you see the blue crystal and how the crystal is angled into that area representative of JJ, and how this boy also had the ability in other esoteric hidden knowledge of this boy having the ability to enter into these realms, that this boy have the ability to connect to his 144, the dozens in the know, that the one who will hold the key of David, who have the ability to connect to his chosen elect through that ancient act. You see, and him being in the middle, everything happened for a reason. There's no mistake. All this happened for a reason. You see, this area right here, and then this area, and that which the boy came through that portal, and how he's able to enter to these portals. You see, this is double talk. By this council of these realms and these ancient ones who, the magical guardians of the earth who sanctioned him. They calling out the ancient names, sought to restore their balance. They have empowered him with the gift of the gods and turned the boy off these ancient names into a champion. Shazam. See, they infused, they empowered this boy. Now mind you, look, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and him representing the 7. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or is that 9? You see, and the lightning striking into the boy, and this boy being powered right before the vortex. See, people sleeping on BlackAdam is a very powerful movie. You ain't seen, you better go back and see it. And if you ain't seen it, stop watching this and finish watching the movie. Download it, pay for it, and I'd rather you watch the full movie. The champion. And he has the crown of Sabbath, this evil demonic crown. Then the champion truth come, and a war takes place. Now they go into the time of now. This part is important because as the boy was riding on the skateboard, he was tripped, or he slipped over the officer who was stopping his comrades, who was in a van, right, with the TVs, and he came just in time. Remember, he represented the hero, so naturally, he's their savior. They didn't expect him to come, but he came because he wanted to come be with them and whatnot. But it's important because when he fell over, out of his pack, it shows 3 comic books that try to identify them. Superman, Superwoman, and so forth, etc. Because he represents like a super kid. Now, it says because you understand that BlackAdam is connected to the boy. We'll get into that later on. They got a cyborg. Then it says something man, right? And then on top of this something man is a woman that's on top of this man, this Wonder Woman. And I guess the other would be what? Superman. You see? With Wonder Woman. See? Wonder Woman on top of who? They know a lot more about what's going on. Y'all gotta catch the codes because it's double talk. The 3 represent the tribe, the pyramid, that symbolism that they hold up. They held up, or he held up. Because he represents this, the tribe being the 3 also being one. The boy is also the boy of ancient time, who is Adam, BlackAdam. Remember this part,
is the same thing that Killmonger said in Black Panther. Listen, let's go back a little. We're going to read it because it's on mute. There wasn't no copyright infringement. But listen to what he said. Wait. Look. Sit back of the line, mate. See, not my mate. Now, this where it connects to Black Panther. You see a non-imperialistic enforcer from the highway around, sent to steal my country's natural resources, strip the mines and sacred land, and oppress our heritage. You know why they placed that in there? The same, to identify with Black Panther, to identify with what's actually happening and the correlations on how the codes are connected. Now this part is important to zero in because his mother gonna say, he say he wanna help. She gonna tell him, go home, do your homework. This is important because in the stand it's talking about this work again. You know, she could have told him, go home, make your bed, do the lawn, clean the house up, wash the dishes, do the laundry, play on your video games, but it's talking about that work, because it's that work that's being done at home. And her name, Adriana, her name means dark city. Her name in Arabic also means that blessed by God, if I'm not mistaken. So her name represents that which is dealing with black city, black people, to identify with this boy and the mother of this boy. Now we're gonna read it because we're gonna turn on the copyright, so we got to turn down as you read. That's what she say as they carry on. She's not gonna want to. He said, I want to come with you. No, it's dangerous, she tell him. He say not get involved. And he want to deal with him, right? So what she tell him? He said, I want to be a hero. But go home and do your work. Let's go. Oh, this is also important because the movie King Kong and Godzilla has this correlation to get the breakdown. We'll break that down too, because that's a cold mamma jamma. Yeah, I can't wait to break that down. But understand that the correlation is also connected, because that girl, she was in school trying to do her work, you see, and I ain't gonna get that way. I'm gonna touch on that when I talk about that. The mother, she takes this tri-crystal formation up off her neck that she originally had on her neck. Now remember what I told you what her name means. It means dark. So in essence, she represents a dark woman. And that what she have around her neck, she's holding this tri-formation. And it says that this necklace, this tri-necklace is handed down from her family, handed down to her, right? So we get you a fortune. Understand that. He said, is that real? Listen. And it's like, to identify with the vibranium, she's trying to keep it secret. And I said vibranium, it's not vibranium. I think it's like itanium, something like that. She said it doesn't work like that. It has to be unrefined. But the power that has to be unrefined is around her neck. That which is around her. You see? And he's just being extra nosy because she's having an ancient connection of that ancient bloodline that's connected to us all. So she says, It's a family harem going all the way back. That has to deal with the bloodline. That has to deal with that which is the bloodline within a lot of you. That's in a lot of us. This bloodline that connects to us all. This harem that's in the inside of us that has to be awakened. She said it was given to her by her grandmother. You see, the grandmother represents also the matriarch. And a lot of mothers pass on that X factor. You see, that royal lineage, hands down. Let's go. So we see SELAS, but sales is connected shooting forwards.
That actor is known as The Rock. Remember I said I was called Peter, we all had disciple names.
Represent also that which is sail, which is travel. Right? Sail as SEL and then AS on the end. So enter into the cave. She read the inscription that's on the wall. It says that men were given the gift of magic. Remember I told y'all that it says in Islamic texts, the two angels that brought magic down, gotta go back to my video, I might include it in there. Harat and Marat was the two angels that brought magic down for the people, right? And this magic was given for good. And now man took it and used it for evil. So it also says men were given the gift of magic. Y'all find this ironic that she's saying what happened to Ishmael. And Ishmael being of the bloodline of Hagar. Hagar is an Egyptian woman. Abraham represents the full bloodline of the Hebrew. The bloodline of Ishmael and Isaac supposed to be brother to one another because it's instruments, because Ishmael represents the black bloodline. Because Ishmael, mother is an Egyptian woman. They don't say this, but it's like Abraham had a poly lifestyle, polygamy, because his wife is Sarah. And they had a baby by Hagar, who gave birth to Ishmael, which is the bloodline of the Egyptian and Hebrew. Egyptian and Hebrew, what the Ishmaels is. Ishmael is the bloodline. BlackAdam being black. Her name, Adriana, which means black or dark, and Ishmael being dark. And three of them went in the cave. See, it's double talk, it's deeper. It's a deeper meaning behind everything that they saying. Let's go. Now he get to singing this song. He say, baby, come back to me. Double talk. Now I'm saying, baby, come back. We talking about the baby. We talking about a lot more that's being said, but it's double talking. Because right when you say, baby, come back, guess who fall down from the mountain or the side of a mountain? The name that he say is Samir. Right? S-A-M-I-R. You remove the S, it's going to say Amir. But it's going to get a little bit deeper as we move on. But listen to the words and the names it's given. Baby, come back. And then Samir appears. Right? Let's go. Turn the volume down. Don't want no copyright claim. We see is mute, and we just gonna go off the caption. So you're gonna get to singing. Look, what name he say? Wait, what name he say? He said what? Do that again. What name he gonna say? I just can't live without you, baby. Come back. And guess who? Guess who fall down? What name he say? Samir. I'll put the meaning of the name Samir for you. Let's go. Remember I was telling you about that number 24, rather the number 40 into that 4 and the 2, and how that 4 and the 1. And again, it's opening up next to this Samir. Remember I was breaking down to you how it encode 2. You see? They knew a lot more was being said, right? All right, let's go. As you can see, that truck is an electrician truck, electronics truck. Remember in code 8, he was an electrician. So as she gets closer, she see the inscriptions on the ground. And on the ground, she's gonna say, as you can see the symbol of the sun, the aten, the rod, the reed, the sun symbol. And she gonna say, from the inscription, speak not his power. It's interesting. She got a gray shirt. She got on black pants. And the light is illuminating over the sun. Okay? Let's turn the volume down. See that the volume is off, right? Speak not his power. He may suffer a dreamless sleep for all eternity, teth Adam. The champion defeated. The legend look up. True. And you're gonna notice above to identify with like in a portal being open, like in the sky being open. And then after it shows this skylight portal being open, then it's gonna show the crown. And this crown is gonna be levitated. Shows the crown, the portal open, the crown being given, and then look what's overhead. Crown, 5-star crown. Now this is important. Wait right there. Look what I tell you. You see the crown. You see how the crown, remember I was telling you? The crown is right between what represents the vortex, what represents the vajayjay, what represents the vagina, the womb of a woman, the portal of a woman. The crown is being handed down through air. Remember? She said she had it around her neck. It's a harem. Gave it to her by her grandmother. This crown of this world child is coming through this portal. Handed down from the gods through the gods. That this child will be birthed. That represents the womb to give forth to this Christ-like child. The opening represent like hands, hands spread out. You know how a person have their hands spread like this way, right? And then the other one going the opposite direction to represent this is given to you by the gods, handed down this crown being given. And the mystery start to unravel a little bit more as we watch it. Hold on. Volume off. Let's go. Watch this. You see the three stripes or 3 lines as she climbs up. Here's the giveaways to show you something. Look. She's gonna reaching out to grab the crown because it represents the woman. Watch where she put it. Watch where it go. The blue inscription. this crown. Look, because the crown represents the vortex. It represents the woman. It represents the womb and giving birth to a divine nectar, pharaonic children, blue ray children. The left thumb represents the path of the left, the path of the mysticism, giving birth to this star seed. And they waiting on her. But it's important to note that the symbolism and science is all there. She reached up, her 5 connected to the 5 of the crown, and reaching and leaning out in faith. She jumped, she grabbed the crown. How the unseen is really seen. And sometimes you just gotta believe and just accept and know. And she's standing in that vortex. This part is very powerful. And this was placed here for a reason. A lot of y'all seen it, but y'all didn't really see it. Y'all looked, but a lot of y'all didn't really see. Some of y'all seen, and a lot of y'all looked. But what's actually being said. One represent the left side of the brain and the right side of the brain. The feminine side and the masculine side. It came to the part where they captured her brother. They was gonna kill him. They counted to 5 because she reached out with 5 to reach for the crown that had 5 points. You see the 5, 5, and 5. He said you got 5 seconds. He started counting to 5 and he stopped at 1. She reached out with 5 fingers to reach out to grab the crown of 5 points. So you have any last words? Because they was gonna kill her because they got the crown. She said, tell my son. This is double talk because it's also talking about this son who was actually a son. I was about to get real deep. I was about to get real cold. Let's turn this down. No copyright infringement. We're just gonna read the caption. Let's go. So tell my son. And she see the inscriptions. She identified her bloodline, the gods, and she's reciting. Listen, this is important. We have to go back, but understand that she was reciting. She said, tell my son. It's double talk because when she said, tell my son, she started talking to the inscriptions and was reading the inscription because it's double to the sun, the Ra, the Reed, the BlackAdam. The sun, the energy that's around her neck is the power that's within her and giving birth to an actual sun, a star seed. This nectar, when she recited those ancient words, remember, she said that it has to be unrefined or something to that effect. But how is it when she spoke the words from this tri around her neck representing the throat, and it also dealing with the throat chakra to give birth to this energy? Now, this to confirm to you of what I was saying. When she recited, she said Shazam, the power was given. Remember, the power. Remember the song, Illa, Illa, A. When Rihanna say, Illa, Illa, A. Illa, she said Illa 2 times. Illa is the name of the Most High. Illa represents God in Islam. Illallah, or Illah. And A, saying that 3 times. So the power of 2 and 3. The God, Illah, represent God, 3. Or likened to the 3 God. But to identify before those was calling themselves 3 God is to identify with the divine power of this nectar, this God, in which
those in the know about. Let's carry on. Look what happens. That lightning bolt again. It's very powerful. Look, where is he? Where did he come down at? Which vortex did he come through? The lightning bolt shot through. The lightning bolt shot right through the apex, right through this portal, right through this praise like hands of worship that spread open to identify with what I told you and showed you. And this BlackAdam is showing itself right between what? Right between this area right here, right between this V, the vortex, to represent he will have this power, this ability to come through this portal. Very powerful. The symbolism. That black matter. Remember, when I see this here, you know what it reminds me of? And Michael Jackson in the movie Remember the Time, and how the cloaked black wizard poured that black sand in a circle to represent the black sun, which is a code hidden, meaning that those within Hitler's group, the SS, identify with this black sun, the black sun, to identify something of their society. Who had that same type of stance? Michael Jackson had that same type of stance. Michael Jackson, the magician, who was in a circle. Then he arisen, he stood up. Y'all better go back and watch. Remember the Time? Do you remember? It's a message within it. Look. Hey, y'all got to see the movie, man. Hold up. Yeah, go watch that music video. Remember the Times. I did the breakdown of Remember the Times. This would kind of remind me of, because it's futuristic. In the sense, certain details, I should say. Not in essence that it's actually futuristic what you see in here, but certain details is coded about futuristic events parallel each other. So they pretty much scared, man. They don't want to walk up on him. Dude gonna have to force him to go. Hey man, listen, if you ain't seen, hold up. If you haven't seen BlackAdam, don't watch this movie. Go watch it off YouTube, Tubi. Go to the movies. You can find a way of copying the DVD so you can break down everything that's being said. Alright. As you can see, they continue to show BlackAdam being right there at the vortex, right there at that portal. And you see the way it's angled is to identify and let it be known and shown that this portal represents something that he happened to be in between and in the middle of. You see. And it's a lot more that's being said there, but I'll let you use your imagination. Normally, the left hand would be shown to identify with mysticism, Satanism, but you see, the right hand is being shown, the right thumb, you see, thumbing up to the portal, thumbing up to the light. And you can see, once more again, he can move so fast, so why is it that they continue to show him right there at the vortex, the apex of this centerpiece, or as the Christ called, the Cinnamoni stone? And it was brought to my attention, the ancient one just brought to my attention,
we're going to go back a bit, because if you understand that the three pyramids that side by side, one on the side, one in the middle, one on the right, the message that was coded is to identify. It's a number coded into a pyramid. You see, remember the Rihanna Rain Man and how it showed her inside of the pyramid, and truthfully inside of the pyramid is coded to show three pyramids, the outside pyramid and her hands connecting to show each individual side is three pyramids. So if you understand that there's three pyramids and there's three sides on each pyramid or triangle, the code is being shown is 333. This center of power, this chosen one number, is coded. The tribe represents 333. Now mind you, this 8 is powerful. A lot of people not understanding regarding this 8. I did a lot of songs about the 8. I was the first one to start rapping about it. Number 8, 2016, I believe. It was a lot sooner than that I reposted it. But I did this song in 2011, 2012. And this 8 represents as above, so below. The 8 represents the head connected to the body. The 8 is powerful because inside of 8 is double circle in a circle. It's the white circle and it's the black circle. It's the ring that's connected to the body, as above, so below. But inside there's also a independent white part as the head that represents the eyes that see, the illuminated eye. The 8 represents the infinity sign. But the 8 is very powerful if you understand that the 8 is really two M's connected to each other. As above, so below. 13 and 13 is 26. And 13 and 13 being 26, it still comes back to 8. I remember I told you in my video on how my side was hurting when I took that hepatitis B, C shot when I was in the joint, that my side was hurting all the way on the right side.
I take the shot the next motherfucking day. My whole goddamn side I started had pain all through my side, all the way down my leg. The same.
That's on his right side. If you stand like he's standing, that's exactly where I was feeling that pain radiating from that side all the way on down to my leg. This bitch, electric, just like the movie Code 8. It's electrical abilities, full of electricity, full of energy. But I find it ironic. All the places he could have been shot with whatever bullet that he was shot with, the arm, the leg, the shoulder, the head, he gets shot with a bullet on his side.
Stay tuned for part 2 on BlackAdam on Ontology.
You see it.